YouTube! I'm 34 weeks pregnant today, and it's kind of weird because when I found out that I was pregnant and I started watching pregnancy vlogs, it felt like I would never get to 34 weeks, but obviously here I am, and it's getting closer. It could be only another 4 weeks, or well, it's 6 weeks until my due date, and then obviously it could be like anything between 4 and 8 weeks, so it's amazing. How has this week been? Okay, not much has gone on. Oh, I had my consultant appointment right after yoga on Friday, and that was okay, but they kept me waiting an hour and a half nearly, and even though I was on time and they weren't even that busy, I have no idea what was going on. I just felt like I see somebody different each time. Like, I don't get to have my own doctor. I don't get to build up a rapport with my doctor or anything like that. Even with my midwife, that's been the case, but that's been due to different circumstances. My midwife actually was pregnant herself and therefore went on maternity leave, and then obviously I had a few different ones before they settled on somebody who could come in and replace her. So, and I just, like, as I was sat there, I just felt that, looking around, why would I want to bring a baby into the world in a place where the walls are painted beige? It smells awful because it's all kind of like clinical. There are signs on the walls saying danger, biohazard, and it's vertical blinds and fluorescent strip lights. It's not conducive. I want my baby to come into a nice place. So I'm going to talk to my midwife next time I see her, which will be at 36 weeks, about home birthing. I'm actually feeling like I could do it now. And I think that's just because I've been really reassured by what's been going on lately with my baby. You might be able to see it in a minute when I show you guys the bump, but Mum made the comment that she said I was looking really, like, the bump was looking really low. And I thought I felt the same, actually, because I thought, that's really quite low. Like, the top of the bump is not really high at all. And they did say that baby was head down, and then when I went to my consultant, I see the midwife first, and then I see the registrar, or the doctor, whoever's available at the time, it seems. So the midwife, she had a feel, and said that baby is actually really quite low, which I think is looking good. It could mean that baby is engaging, which means that I don't have the same problem that my mum did, which means that I probably will be able to give birth. So I'm feeling really reassured and empowered by this, that all that doubt and all that, unknown feeling that I had is kind of dissipating a bit. I mean, obviously I'm trying not to get my hopes up too much right now, but it's all looking like it's just going, my body just knows what to do, it's going through the motions, and it's all going to be fine. So that would be great. I got my birthing ball. Well, it's just a gym ball, but it's recommended by my yoga instructor, because we use balls sometimes when she's instructing me, so she gives me poses and positions that kind of help to do various different things during labour. And she said it's well worth getting yourself a ball because they're so comfortable, and you can get a lot of motion whilst you're sat on them or leaning on them. So I did. I went and got one, and I got it from TK Maxx, and it cost me £8, well, $7.99, and it was a 55cm one. I got the smaller size because I'm smaller. Sorry, baby's like digging their feet into my side. It was like it was meant to be because it was the only one left there, and it's a nice light blue colour, and I pumped it up today. Maybe I'll show you guys next week or something, because I have to leave it like 24 hours for it to rest, and then I'm going to pump it up a little bit more. So that's good. I'm really pleased I got one. And quite surprisingly, I got a nappy bag. And it's never the nappy bag that I thought I would have, because I feel like it's super fancy and I shouldn't have it. But over the weekend I went back down to Hampshire, which is the place that I come from originally, and I haven't been back since I moved last spring. So it's nearly a year since I've been back, and I hadn't seen my grandma. So Mum and I went to visit her this weekend, and she gave me some money towards baby things. She was very generous and gave me some money. It was like one of those days where everything just really seemed to fit, and like just things worked out. Like we got free parking because somebody else gave us their ticket. Mum found a pair of boots like heavily discounted in the sale that she would never have bought otherwise. And I got my nappy bag, and fortunately I had the money to buy it because of my grandma. And Mum did point out that, I do need something that's really durable and that's going to last me a long time. So, I don't know if this is an international brand yet, but we definitely have it in the UK. I got myself a Cath Kidston nappy bag. This is the nappy bag. It's huge. I mean, I know they're all like quite big stuff, but this is the nappy bag. God, you can't like see me over it. Anyway, so it's got this nice strap, and it's got like a padded bit on it, and it's got a Velcro pouch in the back here. In the front, and it comes with a bottle like bag which is all insulated, and it's got a zip up compartment in the middle, and it comes with a changing mat like that, and it's got 3 pockets on the inside, and it's kind of rigid, which is also good because then everything will kind of keep its order and it won't fall over and things like that. So that was quite a lot of money. It's probably the most money I've spent in one go in a very long time. And it, like, to lots of people I'm sure it wouldn't even be that much money, but when you haven't had money for a long time, you feel like any money is a lot of money. So yes, and it's PVC, so it's gonna wipe clean. It's gonna be waterproof and highly durable because they're such good quality products. And it's also got these 2 like side pockets that are kind of elasticated and apparently insulated. And I'm very grateful to my grandmother for giving me the money. Another thing that was really good about this weekend and actually seeing her was that I got to ask her about her own birth experiences. I always was under the impression that my mum's birth happened at home because it happened so quickly and she didn't have time to get to the hospital. She tells me that actually no, that wasn't the case. She had planned it. Because my aunt's birth had been so long and drawn out. She said she was actually in the hospital for 10 days. And my grandmother's, she's 84 now, nearly, and she's really quite London, so it kind of adds to the whole charm of her. She said that she had more hot baths than she did hot dinners that week. And she said that when she found out that she was expecting my mum, she decided that she would have her at home because if she was going to walk around anybody's bed, it would be her own whilst she was waiting for her baby. But luckily, my mum was born extremely quickly, like within a few hours, and really easy. She said it was a good experience, and that was really valuable. My grandmother's the kind of woman who just remembers so much, like all these little details and things. She remembers them all, and they're fascinating. So, yeah, that's good. What else, baby-wise? Continued pelvic floor pain, which I think is probably due to baby being really low. And I think that they definitely are low and kind of settling because, like, the bump gets in the way of my legs more. I feel it lower down. You can see for yourselves in a minute. And, yeah. So sometimes what I do is I use a yoga position called the knees chest position, which helps to take all the pressure off the pelvic floor. And I found that really helps. kind of like sharp pains just through that sort of region, and there's no way I can control them. It just happens, and it'll be like I can feel it when I'm walking. Any movement I do that has a slight bounce to it, I can feel that, and it hurts. Not to the point where it's like agony. Obviously I can deal with it. And I've started to kind of wake up sometimes in the mornings with like a kind of achy sensation in my pubic bone, which I think is pretty normal actually. It's not, it passes really quickly. It's not like it hangs around, which I'm really grateful for. Still sleeping fine. I think other than that, there's nothing really for me to say. Oh, and I'm going to be hiring a cloth nappy kit, and I want to do a video on that separately because I think it's information that women throughout the UK should be aware of. Unfortunately, for those elsewhere, I don't know, but there's a really good website for the UK, and if you're interested in cloth nappies, I can definitely recommend it. Okay, so here's the belly today, and you can kind of see that it's a nice, good shape now. Just put this down just a little more. So, here is the bump. And do you see what I mean? Like, it's really slopey here. Like, it's practically... That looks really low to me. Opinions are welcome. Baby name suggestions are welcome. So, I think last week I decided that I was 32 inches and a half. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's about 33 and a half. Which is about 85 centimetres. So I'm definitely, you know, baby's definitely piling on those pounds now. That's all very encouraging. Yay! Well done, baby. You guys like my belt? It's actually a scarf, but I just tied it in a bow, but it kind of helps hold like everything together on my jeans. Because obviously I've done this whole pregnancy without maternity clothes. So, all in all, a positive week. Thank you for tuning in again if you did. And I shall see you all next week for 35 weeks. We're nearly there and I have still got stuff to get. So, that should be happening soon. Okay then, speak to you guys next week. Take care, have a great week. Bye!